Hello friends, welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. So let's adjust this camera just a little bit. Sorry, hope I didn't make you dizzy. How is everybody? How's life? How's things going? I had another video request today. I have some things that I do want to address eventually, but sometimes when I have a topic, I don't want to give you guys false information. So I will hold off on those topics until I do a little bit more research. And when I do research on things, I like to look at several different articles. I'm not a type of person that reads one article, takes that to heart, and then just goes with it. So sometimes it takes me a little while for things that I don't know. Most of this channel is giving you guys my personal experience, that I've already been through something, and that I can, give you unabashedly. Like, you can just have it, you know what I mean? Experience is a lot. Wisdom, wisdom is a lot. So you're in a bad place, you want to not be in that bad place. I was in a bad place, I'm no longer in that bad place. How did I do it? This is what this channel is about. So if you can take anything from the things that I say, we're one step ahead, okay? I fulfilled my goal of getting my point across to you. You found value in it. Everybody wins. Okay? All right. So, as opposed to doing one of my topics, I have done a couple now of viewer requests, and some of my subscribers will ask me things, and sometimes I don't necessarily request it as much as I get a lot of the same questions, or a lot of the same question, I should say. I'm sorry. And so I had a request from one of my subscribers, Driana Rizzo. I hope I'm saying that right. And very nice woman. And she is going through a hard time right now. So I feel you, girl. It's tough. I've been there, and a lot of the people on this channel have been there as well. It's a long, arduous road to getting better when it comes to anxiety. The main thing that I can tell you, and all the rest of the people, are, and I probably have told you before, it takes a lot of time, because especially if you're dealing with prescription. So just to give people a little bit of backstory, where Driana's at right now, she is trying to find her right medication, the right dosage, and how often she should take it, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that play into taking these type of medications. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, and it's not like an aspirin where you can just take it and feel better. This is a process, and so Driana is in it, okay? She has been in it for a while now. So that being said, one of the questions you're having to me is one that is posed to me quite often, and that is, how do I know if things are getting better? Like, will I be able to tell when life's getting better? Will it be an instant reaction? How do I know this medication's working? Things like that. How do I know this new dosage isn't the dosage that I should be taking? Things like that. And to that is a great question. I get asked all the time. So that being said, the benefits of these medications that you are taking, they're very slow and gradual. And for some people, here's the crazy part. For some people, they can take it, and like 2 weeks later, a week later, I've even heard, people are fine, back in the ballpark. They just happen to have the right dosage of the right medication prescribed the very first time. Lucky them. That is not the case for most of us. It certainly wasn't the case for me. I ended up starting with Zoloft. Zoloft worked for me the first time. Switched over later on down the road to Celexa, because Zoloft was working. Tried to go back to Zoloft, and then now on to Lexapro. And Lexapro is the one that has worked best for me, not for everybody, for me, for all of them. Okay, and I take a very low dosage. I gotta take 10 milligrams, and keep in mind milligrams are different for different medications. I was taking 25 milligrams on Zoloft, and I think I was taking 15 milligrams on Celexa. I don't know if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. So that being said, the changes that you're going to see aren't going to be in your face. They are going to be very slow, very gradual. So if you were to go back into my previous videos, which I'm going to save you the steps because there's a lot of them now. There's times when I was going through the medications and I was saying that it's not like I woke up and just, oh, I'm in euphoria and everything is great and grand and fantastic. No. How it worked for me is I would notice that I wasn't having problems in a certain area anymore. They went away without me keeping track of them. Because when you're having high anxiety, and anybody with high anxiety can relate to this, you're trying to focus on everything out here. You're trying to focus on all your symptoms, all the side effects of the medication, your medications in general, wondering what the doctor's saying, if he's really getting you, is he really understanding you, things like that. So you can really get lost in all trying to grab and hold and control every little thing, so you end up forgetting things. So, okay, so to give you an example, one of the things that bothered me was I would think about death. I would dwelling thoughts was a big one for me. When I was in the thicket, I would just sit there and constantly think, like I was trying to think myself out of it. And I got to the point where I couldn't stop thinking about horrible things, like I would think about me dying, or my loved one dying, or something like that all the time, especially when it got quiet, when I would go to sleep. And so that went on for a while, and that was a big problem with my anxiety. But over time of the medication, without me realizing it, those went away slowly. It's such a slow, like I say, slow, be patient. I'm always pushing patience. It's such a gradual change that I didn't go, oh, hey, I haven't had dwelling thoughts. Yay, didn't have any dwelling thoughts today. No, it was 3-4 months later. I was like, I would think about the dwelling thoughts. And I would think, when's the last time I had a dwelling thought? I haven't thought about that stuff in a long, long time. When did that go away? That's how that works. It's not like, today is the day without dwelling thoughts. It just eventually just fades, and then it's gone. And that's just how it is. That's how, and that's just the one. I've had several symptoms of that go away. I just had a video not too long ago about me jaw clenching, which is a side effect of Lexapro. Like you'll just sit there and my teeth were sore. That came, and that is gone. Now it's gone. I don't know why. I'm glad it's gone. My teeth were sore. So, but it's gone. Good riddance. Hope it doesn't come back. So, that being said, depersonalization. That was another big one that slowly faded off. Today I have depersonalization, and then today it's like, how are you feeling? You're trying to notice how you feel. How am I feeling? You're checking yourself. Oh, my chest is burning a little bit. I feel tightness in my chest. I haven't felt tightness in a long time. What happened to the tightness in my chest? Oh, it must be because I've been on Lexapro for 4 months now, and I haven't felt tightness in my chest in 3 months. So it's, see what I'm saying? Like, you're too focused trying to focus on every little thing, and the one thing that you focus on the most, so for like Driana's situation, she's focused a lot on her breathing. The thing you focus on the most is going to be probably one of the very last things that goes, to be honest with you, because you're putting so much emphasis on that one thing. You see what I'm saying? So if you're constantly thinking, oh, am I in depersonalization? Am I in depersonalization? Am I in depersonalization? You're constantly adding that, and you're anchoring that down into your subconscious. Because though you say things, as you say things, your brain anchors them down. So that's why I always tell people, don't say, hey, I'm Aaron, and I just have anxiety. No, you are Aaron, and you had anxiety. or I'm currently going through anxiety. You need to always phrase it out loud to people and to yourself that this is a temporary thing. This isn't forever, because it's not forever. And so what you don't want to do is identify with the thing that is causing you so much grief, because your brain, subconsciously, your brain is listening to your conscious brain and anchoring that in. Okay, so he'll say, my brain will say, okay, well, this is Aaron. I'm Aaron. What is Aaron? Aaron is a white male from Indiana, and he loves animals. He has anxiety. He has a baby named Henry. These kind of things. I don't want that. I have anxiety to be in that. That's not me. Oh, that's Aaron. That guy has a lot of anxiety. He's an anxiety guy. No, I'm not. I had anxiety. And when I was going through anxiety, I didn't tell people I have anxiety. I said I currently am going through anxiety. This is a temporary thing, and that's how you need to frame it. It's very, very important. As far as dosages and stuff like that go, that's going to take some time. Triana, I know you're in it to win it, and I know it's not working out the best for you as of yet, but be patient. I know it's hard when things are tough, and this is for everybody, not just Triana, this is for everybody. When you feel like crap, time drags on forever, it feels like. But just know, there's going to be a time you will be fine when things will even out. The big loops and valleys will slowly get smaller and smaller. And also, keep in mind, I tell everyone the same thing. Don't completely focus on the medication. Medication is a wonderful tool. I will never knock it. We live in the 21st century, and we have these wonderful things like medication. Use them to your advantage, because there are thousands of years of people that wish they could. There's millions of people now that are alive that don't have access to these things that would love a little bit of relief, that don't have access to it. So, do it. Just do it. It's going to be, there's no long-term side effects. I get people all the time, oh, my memory is going to poop. Oh, I'm going to be fat forever. Oh, it's really doing a number on my digestive system. All these things. There have been so many studies about these things over long periods of time. 30 plus years of studies in people, in first-hand accounts, second-hand accounts from spouses. These things don't happen, okay? There's nobody having these problems. This is all anecdotal, like what they think is really happening as opposed to what really is happening are typically two different things. I know I held up 2 and 2, that's 4 different things, but those are 2 different things. All right, so keep that in mind. The journey to finding what works best for you is going, for most of us, it's going to take a while. Mine ended up taking, all put together before, I mean, I was having problems before I started making videos. I mean, all put together at least 4 months. 4 months, I would say, worth of time trying to get the right medication, the right dosage, and it changed on me. Ugh. How you like that one? I went away from it, went away from it, came back to it later on thinking I could just hop back in the seat. Didn't work. Didn't work for me. It gave me headaches and made me more anxiety ridden and all that other stuff. So be patient. It's also a good idea, if you haven't, for anybody out there, if you're trying to figure this stuff out, try to stay with at least one doctor and make sure that doctor, you feel that doctor has a plan for you. So that's why I usually recommend not going to places. I mean, if you're really messed up and you need to go to a place like the ER or some of those MedWise or MedPoint kind of things, to get some relief now because you're about to lose it, you can do that. That's fine. You know what I mean? They get anxiety stuff all the time. You're going to be paying a lot of money for that anxiety case, but whatever. This is your health. You do what you want. I recommend getting a family doctor. I have a family doctor. I didn't have a family doctor growing up. I had to go find one, And I had to find one because I'm self-employed. I don't have health insurance. So I had to find one that would do cash. Fine, it's $75 a visit. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. It's not like he has to see me every day. He only has to see me once every couple months. So why not? You know, he's a fantastic doctor. My doctor is. Usually family doctors will sit down, because a lot of times family doctors have more than just you as a patient. They have you, your children, your parents. My family doctor, I got onto him because my aunts and my uncles and my grandparents went to him, and I was like, oh, what's this guy's name? Why am I not going to this guy? You know what I mean? I was doing the ER thing, to be honest with you guys. I wasn't going to the doctor. I was going into ER when I was freaking out, didn't know what was happening. If I would have had my family doctor at that time, life would have been so much easier. So if $75 a visit seems like a lot, and that's pretty standard across the board from what I've heard from people, could be a little less, could be a little more, just depends on the practice. If that's too much for your well-being and your health every few months, I mean, just think about you're paying, you know what I mean, to be better. You need someone that's invested in you long-term, not just a guy saying, hey, these are my symptoms, this is what's going on. We're not trying to fix the symptoms. Maybe temporarily, but long term, we're trying to get away from those symptoms completely. You know, the whole goal is to, if we can get to a point where we don't need this medication anymore, slow clap. Yeah, slow clap. That's awesome. We all want to be there. I want to be there. Everybody wants to be there. Sometimes the thought of being on anxiety medication forever, I always get a call. Lately, I always get calls. Sometimes the thought of being on an anxiety medication for a long period of time scares people. It used to scare me. I used to be like, no, I don't want to do it. Now that I'm away from anxiety and the medication has helped me get away from anxiety, now I'm at the point where I'm fine. If I got to be on this pill for 5 years, so be it. I'm normal Aaron for 5 years. And if I can slowly integrate off of it there and get back to no medication, that works for me too. So, but I'm fine either way. If they told me, Aaron, you can feel normal again, but you're gonna just have to take this little pill once a day, I'm fine with that. I will do that forever. Whatever keeps me here and keeps me away from where I used to be, let's do that. Sign me up. All right, friends, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. A lot of good information here. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little bell notification thing. That way when I do make videos, you guys can see them and be a part of the fun. If you guys have any questions, want me to do a video on something else, I have a couple other requests that I could do. Usually it's if I feel like it can be beneficial to multiple people is when I do them. So just put them in the comments below. I would love to. All right, friends, till next time, I'm Aaron. You're awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.